What's up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News. This edition of Funko News was recorded on August 16th, 2020. As usual, I'm starting off with the focus on figures that are available now. This does include some of the figures that were revealed in May, the Funkoween figures. So that does include the Corpse Bride figures, also that 13-day countdown spooky advent calendar. You see the Halloween minions are starting to release. And then, of course, we also had the latest Nightmare Before Christmas figures. That does include the 10-inch Jack Skellington with Zero. And then also remember that the mayor has a Chase variant as well. Okay, you also see here that the Bugs Bunny common figures, those are starting to become available. And of course, King Bugs Bunny has already been available with Target and is starting to go to other retailers as well. And then even though it seems like the first wave just dropped, you see that the second wave of the Pixar Alien Remix figures are starting to hit stores as well. Some stores may even have a display for these, so do be on the lookout for those if you are interested. And then, yes, some people did point this out in the comments, but I feel like I'd addressed these previously because these Yu-Gi-Oh! Exclusives have been slowly starting to, show up in stores. But of course, we have here a Hot Topic exclusive and also a GameStop exclusive figure here. The names, I really don't want to, mispronounce them. I know some people are sensitive about that. But yeah, just be on the lookout for these figures if you've not picked them up already. They are becoming easier to find for collectors. You also see here the Hot Topic exclusive Patrick Bateman is available. If you pre-ordered it, you should have it, or you should have it very soon. I actually shared mine during my birthday live stream, so yeah, I already got mine in hand. And then also you see here the latest soda figures are starting to be available as well. And if you pre-ordered, again, they should be with you or on the way to you very soon. Of course, each one of these does have a Chase variant, including that Chase Joker, which I'm hoping to get. I'm looking forward to receiving my pre-orders. Moving along here, some random bits of information. There is a metallic My Hero Academia exclusive that is available with Box Lunch and is starting to show up in some locations. I don't think it's nationwide just yet, but it is starting to show up there. The metallic figure you see there in the upper left. Also, Jolteon from the series An Afternoon with Eevee and Friends should be available on the Pokemon Center August 18th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that figure if you're trying to collect that series, or even if you just want that particular figure. You also see here a Victor Geist, of course, from Haunted Mansion. That is going to be a Disney Parks exclusive that could release this week. That's not 100% guaranteed. Of course, if I learn more, I'll share that with you all. I may do a community post about it if I learn some more. But yeah, just keep your eyes open, especially if you actually live near the Disney parks. You see here as well that Stitch on Tricycle is an upcoming exclusive. Right now, don't know which retailer he's going to end up with. It does seem like in the past that Hot Topic has gotten a number of Stitch exclusives, so maybe it could end up there. Of course, when I can learn more about that, I'll share with you all. I mean, it's tough to really see the figure with this image here, but what I can see of it, it looks pretty cool. And then you see here, of course, also that there are going to be some holiday pop tees coming soon, and they will focus on Marvel characters, DC characters, Disney characters as well. It's a good mix, and they got one for Elf also. So yeah, very good mix of upcoming t-shirts there. Some more random upcoming items here include this GameStop exclusive glow-in-the-dark Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and it will come along with a pop tee. Of course, this figure was released previously, but now this is a glow-in-the-dark variant, and again, it will be boxed with a pop tee at GameStop. I don't always cover Loungefly products, but this mini backpack really jumped out at me. I think it looks very cool. It's based on Wonder Woman 84, and of course it has her golden armor design there, the gold, I guess golden eagle armor design there. I think that looks pretty cool. And of course, Loungefly products, you can buy those with various retailers. I know that Box Lunch especially tends to stock a lot of Loungefly products. And then as far as Paka Paka is concerned, they have another wave of figures coming up soon. This is the Fruit Bats, which are available for pre-order with some retailers. I have to be honest, I'm not really so crazy about this particular series. I've been collecting a lot of Paka Paka, but this one isn't necessarily grabbing me right now. Maybe I'll like them more if I see some up close. Definitely going for the dragon, though. I'm trying to be a dragon completionist when it comes to the Paka Paka. Some other upcoming releases include the Gamerverse MODOK, which as soon as I saw this, I thought it looked pretty cool. I do wish that it had a sculpted mouth though, because I think MODOK's expression is just such a big part of his character. But this is based off the Avengers game, and of course with the Avengers game, they're kind of doing their own takes on the characters, so I can understand them going with this look for him. I'll probably add him to my collection regardless anyway there. As far as the Avengers game is concerned though, I'm still really not feeling it, but we'll see how it turns out. You also see here that Hot Topic, of course, is getting the exclusive Ash from the Army of Darkness. This should release within the next month or so. Of course, I'll keep you updated with that. You also see here that Michael Jordan is going to have a variant of himself in the warm-up gear. This is probably going to be a Fanatics exclusive. That's not 100% sure right now. Of course, I'll share when I learn more. And then we know that those Disneyland trains are on the way, and that does include Minnie Mouse on the Casey Jr. Circus with, train attraction, of course. So yeah, we're getting a better look at these figures, and of course, as they start to basically become available, I'll let you all know. Now, of course, we have some PlayStation figures on the way. A lot of people got pretty hyped about these, myself included. I really like these, even though I may not add them all to my collection, but I still like the look of these figures, and these will be GameStop exclusives, and they're actually available for pre-order. Now, they do have some other PlayStation characters as well, like an updated Kratos. They also have the main character from Ghost of Tsushima, so those characters I covered previously. You can get your orders in for those as well, and they got Ellie, I think, is going to be a common figure. Different PlayStation characters basically to be on the lookout for, but these latest ones that were revealed, this does include Joel. And I do want to be clear, I think there's actually going to be a common version of Joel, and then the GameStop exclusive has some blood splattering on him, so I think that's what's going on there with Joel. You also see here, of course, Sweet Tooth with the ice cream truck from Twisted Metal, which is really awesome. That's an amazing looking pop ride or deluxe, whatever you want to call it. It just looks really cool. We also have here Sam Porter Bridges, of course, from Death Stranding, and yes, he does have the little BB there with him. I think they had to do that, of course. And then you see here as well a 2-pack for Ratchet and Clank, and the Ratchet and Clank game that's coming up on PS5. I definitely have to check that out. I haven't really played the series in the past, but that one looks like they're doing some pretty amazing things with it. I'm definitely amped for PS5. So yeah, like I said, pretty good mix of figures based on PlayStation characters here. Let me know which ones you are going to add to your collection if you are going to pick any of these up. Of course, James Bond, No Time to Die, that movie has been pushed back along with a lot of other movies because of what's going on in the world. I don't know if I'm excited about the movie or not. I really did not like Spectre. I feel like the James Bond movies are kind of hit or miss. Hopefully this one will turn out well, because I think it's going to be the last one for Daniel Craig. But yeah, all the figures that you see here, these are commons that you can pre-order with various retailers. You also see here that there is a James Bond Moonraker figure as well. And again, that is a common that is available for pre-order. Now, if you're a Snoopy fan, I think this is an easy purchase. Snoopy in Woodstock with the doghouse. It's very simple in terms of design, but I mean, the characters are pretty simple in terms of their design, so yeah, again, like I said, if you're a Snoopy fan, I think this is just a really easy purchase. I think this turned out pretty well. Next up here, there's been some rumored Marvel exclusives for Walgreens for a while now. I shared this list, several times of some of these characters here, and yeah, it seems like they are legit. They are on the way, and I'm assuming they're still going to be with Walgreens. This could be subject to change, we will see. But of course, this does include the Scream symbiote, Spider Armor Mark III, and Superior Octopus. I plan on picking up all of these. I think Scream is my favorite by far, though. Scream looks really awesome there, especially with the long hair and the tendrils and all of that. I'm very amped for these figures here. I love these Marvel exclusives. And we see now the full wave of the Critical Role figures, and these are actually going to be available on the Critical Role website. They have their online shop, so you can pick them up there, or you can pre-order with another retailer. Of course, they do have a specialty series exclusive that you see there in the bottom right, the character there, Trinket, armored. So that one is a specialty series figure. You will have to pick that up with just certain online retailers or with local comic book shops, specialty stores. So yeah, all these figures to me have some really great designs. I'm not familiar with Critical Role, but I do think they look pretty awesome. Remember, again, the majority of the figures, except for that exclusive in the bottom right, these are common figures, and they should release around September or October. And then, of course, we have the figures based on The Office, and it is kind of funny because I was just sharing the rumored list, and now we actually see the figures. So we have here Michael Scott, of course, in the straight jacket. We have Dwight dressed up as the Scranton Strangler, which I really like that one. I love the pose too. They got the perfect pose there for him. We also have here, of course, Jan with the wine glass, and it looks like she's holding one of her candles as well. And it's so funny because that would be a reference to the dinner party, which is one of my favorite episodes of The Office. I love that episode. I think it's hilarious. You also see here, of course, Jim with the nonsense sign, which I still can't recall which episode that came from, but I've seen all of the episodes, so I know I saw it at some point. I just can't recall this specific episode. And then, of course, there are going to be some pocket pops as well. And then we have the Office exclusives. This does include the GameStop exclusive Michael Clump, which is available for pre-order in store, and it may be online, but it seems like it's been dropping in and out of availability online. We also have here the box lunch exclusive Kevin, and this is when he was dressed up for Pam and Jim's wedding. And of course, he has the Kleenex boxes on his feet there, so that's one that definitely stands out. And then based off of Threat Level Midnight, we have Michael Scarn, who is a Go Calendars exclusive. I believe they had him up for pre-order as well. He may be currently not available, but you have to check with that website to be sure there. And you see here the Funko Shop exclusive version of Dwight there. Which is, it's an okay figure. It's not one that I probably would have made myself if I had the option there, but he's cool, and don't know when he's going to drop on the Funko Shop, of course. I do need to put that out there for new collectors, because I've seen a lot of people asking in the comments. When it comes to the Funko Shop, we usually don't know ahead of time what's going to be available and when it's going to drop. We usually find out like the day of, just a couple of hours before. So that's something you just got to get used to when it comes to the Funko Shop, or, of course, now it's just Funko.com. You also see here the Scranton Boys 2-pack, which is an FYE exclusive. And then they have minis as well, and I think these minis look fantastic. There are going to be some exclusives with Hot Topic and Box Lunch. Of course, they are sister stores, so they have the same exclusives. And then there's going to be some Walmart exclusives as well. With the Walmart exclusives, you notice that they have Dwight there with Princess Unicorn, so that's a pretty cool mini there. In these minis, I know, and with the figures in general, I know there's some characters they have not done yet, like Phyllis and Creed and so on. But just be patient. I think these figures are on the way, eventually for these characters. Funko just does, little by little, basically, business reasons, I guess, there. But yeah, just be patient. Like I said, I think more characters are on the way, including Phyllis. I think they got to do Phyllis at some point. Okay, we're going to get into the rumor mill here as well. And remember, like I always say, some of these will pan out to be true. Some of them may not. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Funko's CEO did say that there are 3 Hanna-Barbera soda figures on the way. I'm only putting this in the rumor mill just because don't know what the characters are going to be and when they're going to release. It could be within the next month or so, but we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen with that. With ad icons, there's a lot on the way. Some of this I've shared previously, but this is basically an updated list, so I'm going to run through this quickly. We could see a variant of Bullseye, the Target mascot. I should say another variant of Bullseye, but this may not release until the next Target Con, which may not be until early next year. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Based off of Fruity Pebbles, we could get Fred with cereal and Barney with cereal. That's actually one of my favorite cereals, so I would actually consider picking up these figures, even though I usually don't stress over ad icons. We could see a variant of Twinkie the Kid. This would be a retro variant of him. And then some of these, like I said, I've covered previously, so I'm just going to run through these quickly. We could see Punchy based off of Hawaiian Punch, Slush Puppy based off of Icy, and then a Target exclusive Flocked Slush Puppy, Mr. Peanut, of course, based off of Planters Peanuts, and then a Target exclusive Baby Peanut. Also at Target, we could see a Flocked Chandler as Bunny, or dressed up as the Bunny from Friends. And remember, there are some other figures on the way for Friends based off of the Halloween episode there. With Marvel Zombies, we could see Doctor Doom, which I would really like to see that. We also could see MODOK, Red Hulk, and Thor. Honestly, I think I'd be cool with, collecting all of those figures there based on Marvel Zombies. And remember, with the upcoming Marvel Zombies Collector Core box, I did share the rumors about what might be in that box previously in another Funko News video. We could see some Marvel Graffiti Deco figures, including one based on Daredevil and one of Spider-Man. With Cyberpunk, there's a glow-in-the-dark figure on the way of a character possibly named 600. Don't really get that reference yet because, of course, the game hasn't released, just yet. Also, we could get a glow-in-the-dark Los Muertos Sombra from Overwatch. And with GameStop, they have a couple of boxes on the way potentially, and this would include a Venom box, which I would just go ahead and get that unless it turns out to be something really lame inside, because I really like collecting Venom. So like I said, unless it's something that's really uninteresting, that's pretty much going to be an easy buy for me. There could be a Dragon Ball Z box on the way, a Naruto one as well, and forgive me if I mispronounced it again. I know some people are very sensitive about that for some reason, but you know what I'm referring to. And by the way, remember, these are rumored boxes, so I have no idea what would be inside of them. We have to wait and see what happens with them. And then this one is really interesting to me: Transformers versus G.I. Joe. I would really love to see what Funko would do with that. And remember, of course, there are some more G.I. Joe figures on the way. Some are already available for pre-order, and there are some Generation 1 Transformers on the way as well. So yeah, a Transformers versus G.I. Joe box, that would be very interesting to see. And you all let me know, what would you like to see in that box? I would assume there would be at least 2 Funko Pops. Yeah, so if you're a big fan of those franchises, let me know what you would like to see there. And some more rumors here. We could see Sekiro on the way, and I've heard people pronounce this name, you know, different ways, but of course the main character from that game could be getting a Funko Pop. That game, I tried it out, I couldn't really get into it, but it is still cool to check out other people playing that game. With WWE, we could get China, Drew McIntyre, Edge, Otis, and Stone Cold with belt. We could also get some figures based on the series Good Omens, and those figures could potentially have Chase variants for each one of them. You see here also some more One Piece figures are on the way, that would include Brook, Crocodile. I'm not even sure how to pronounce this other name here, Rorona it looks like. I'm probably, you know, off on that there, but also Luffy and Kimono as well, which is one that might be popular. Some more Target exclusives here. Again, we could see Skeletor on Drone. Oscar Mayer Wienermobile may be with Target, and I shared that rumor previously. The Duffer Brothers, of course, already have a 2-pack, but they could get an upside down variant, and they are the creators of Stranger Things. We could get Flocked Tails, of course, Tails from the Sonic series, and an Artist series Stormtrooper as well with Target. And there also is potentially another 10-inch Pokemon, but I don't know which character that might be, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Some FYE exclusives that could be on the way. Awesemo, of course, you know, based off of South Park, could actually end up at FYE. We could also see Stitch with Frog there, Godzilla with Fire, and Stephen King with Balloon. Okay, all of those again could be potentially with FYE. And I saw some other potential rumors for, you know, FYE exclusives, but I covered them previously, so that's why I'm just keeping it moving for now. And here are some possible NYCC exclusives. Of course, this list, you know, is going to expand. I'm sure there will be more to the list eventually, and maybe some of these things may not pan out. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. And I feel like I actually shared some possible NYCC exclusives previously in other videos, but I'm just going to share what I have here real quick. So we could see Danny Phantom, who has been rumored for a while, Stitch as Baker, and it'd be cool if they worked out a way to actually have Stitch holding the cake there. Underdog has been rumored for a while, so we'll see what happens there. Dum Dum's drummer, which is an ad icon I actually wasn't familiar with until I looked it up. Breast cancer awareness Joker, so of course this would be Joker predominantly in pink. With Star Wars, we could see young Luke in training with the helmet on, and also young Leia in training with the helmet on. We could see She-Ra with a glitter chase, which I don't know if that means that the con exclusive is actually like a chase variant, or they're actually going to have 2 pops for the con, and one of those will be a chase variant, which I have not seen previously. I can't think of a con exclusive that had a chase variant previously. If that happens, though, I mean, I can pretty much already hear some people complaining about not getting that figure. So I don't know if a chase is a great idea for a con or not. Definitely let me know what you think about that. You know, a chase as a con exclusive. I really want to hear what you all think about that, how you feel about that. And by the way, I don't know which version of She-Ra this would be focused on. I don't know if it's the old school one or based off of the Netflix series. We'll just have to wait and see. With NYCC, they do have a mascot that is a pigeon, so we could see that pigeon in a New York Knicks jersey. From Hanna-Barbera, we could see Pixie and Dixie. Based on The Simpsons, of course, Treehouse of Horror, we could see Wolfman Bart. We also can see Beetlejuice with the handbook for the recently deceased. I think that rumor has been floating around for a while. And from Junji Ito, we could see this character. I don't know how to pronounce the name there, but you see, if you're familiar with that property, the character that might be available. And Chuck E. Cheese as well. That's another rumor that feels like it's been floating around forever, you know, so we'll see if that actually pans out to be true, that we finally get a Chuck E. Cheese pop. Now I'm going to go ahead and give a spoiler alert here, because I am going to show the contents of the advent calendar for Nightmare Before Christmas. So if you plan on picking that up and you don't want to see all the you know, minifigures that are going to be inside of it, please make sure you go ahead and tune out of the video right now. But again, this is a spoiler alert here for the Nightmare Before Christmas advent calendar. Okay, so if you're still with me, that means you don't mind seeing these figures here. And of course, you know, a lot of familiar faces here. If you really know Nightmare Before Christmas, really shouldn't be any big surprises here. I do like that they have included a glow-in-the-dark Zero. I think that is pretty awesome. And then also the Snowman Jack looks like it has some glitter going on. So yeah, this is a pretty cool advent calendar, especially if you're a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. So that is going to do it for this edition of Funko News. As always, I hope you all got something out of it. Again, I want to say big thank you to everybody that took the time to wish me a happy birthday. It turned out to be a really great day. Really just past couple of days have been pretty great overall, you know, celebrating my birthday. So again, thank you so much for everybody that shouted me out and you know took the time to say happy birthday. And for my fellow Leos that are having birthdays as well, you know, happy birthday to you as well. I hope you had a great one also. Please make sure that you drop a like on this video if you've not already done so. That's always an easy way to support the channel. Of course, you could also be consider becoming a patron or a channel member, or checking out the Teespring merch that I have available. You know, just different ways to support the channel if you are interested. But like I said, you know, if you just watch and you like the videos, that already means a lot. I look forward to hearing from you all in the comments which figures you're interested in picking up, what you're hunting down right now. Definitely share that with me, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.